guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we are back into guys with Vinland Saga, episode 2 from season 1.
Yes, so last episode we were introduced to Thorfinn and his family. His dad Thors, his sister Ylva, his mom, who I don't remember her name.
His mom.
His dad used to fight. He used to be, a true Viking, a warrior.
He used to be very powerful, like no gravity,
cutting people in two. But he also seemed done with fighting. And years later, he's settled on this harsh land where apparently his ancestors fled after King Harald took over and decided to proclaim himself King of Norway. We know about that. And Thorfinn, he's been growing up hearing those stories about true warriors, legends, and about Vinland, America, place where Leif Erikson went before and he came back with those stories, and he's dreaming about going there too and slaying,
the golden
what's his name, the sea serpent.
Something like that.
And so that's all good, but we know that, this is the dream. There's also the reality, and we're afraid of that reality, slapping him in the face. They took a slave in last episode who turned out to be a guy slave. His name is Halfdan. He really likes his chains. He's been saying crazy shit about them. He follows the law, and we're not sure, he took sheep in exchange for the slave, but we're not sure he enjoyed that as much as he should, so we're afraid he's gonna come back. But yeah, this is where we are. We dream of Vinland. We hope no trouble comes to us, but it will happen.
Someone's coming also.
Someone is on a ship going somewhere, for sure. So yeah, let's jump in this episode and find out who it is. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, in the meantime, let's go! Northern England, Earldom of Northumbria. Whoa,
They are gonna get attacked. Yeah.
Not in the dick. When they are vulnerable.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Don't spare the women and children. It's all fun when it's a game. When it turns into true battle, it's not.
Laugh anymore.
You need to train more.
Sure they can.
Well, usually if you die fighting, you have a sure way into Valhalla.
If you die in childbirth, you go into Valhalla too,
Well, I mean, I'm not wishing for her to die in childbirth.
Just for wine?
You're too young. Learn. Explore your youth before you do this shit.
Nice work. I'm thinking about the bowl.
Could be your villain.
It's my villain. Look at them. They want to establish ownership. We're gonna have to fight for our freedom.
They are showing some sort of power moves, so I don't know. Be careful.
Oh fuck, my friends.
Thors!
Did he used to fight with them, you think?
Hopefully. Yeah, okay. They're good guys. You and your fucking ideas. Oh, he doesn't look like a Floki. I want you to come back. Maybe they want revenge on the English.
大きな戦が始まりま
It's
す。
like the beginning of Viking Valhalla.
ヨウム戦士団はデンマーク軍と連合します。イングランドへの侵攻が始まりましょう。
Nope.
好きにするがいい。北海の向こうで大国同士が何をしようと。そうは参りません。全艦隊ヨムスボルグに集結せよ。例外はない。そのものがたとえ。
He deserted,
But I
okay.
mean, he flew under the water.
Shit. Well, I mean, he knew he was alive, so it's not like he passed for dead.
この度の戦、あなたも参戦するのです。
No. End of show.
我が修行の王
Very,
将なのです。
very well.
この度晴れて戦線に復帰する。すべてを不問にしてそういうことにしてくださるというのです。
I mean, he was good from the little we saw.
Yeah, but he wants peace.
良い村だ。戦災とは今日まで無縁だったのでしょうな。
Do not bring war on our shores, please.
Yeah. He wants to save them from this.
聞いたか戦だぞすっげえ
You don't
わざ
want
わざ
war,
海越えて
guys.
トールズさんを誘いに来たんだぜあいつらすげえよお前の親父さん
You
は
guys don't understand.
俺ら連れてってもらえるかなおめえは無理だな人を切ったことねえだろそういう経験があるかないかでも
You really think you can measure to this? Sorry, uncle.
私もね、子供の使いじゃないんですよ。そうなれば、とても手ぶらでは帰れません。
You're forcing his hand.
ヨウム戦士だ。あまりに強くて、ベンドランド王などは彼らから税金を取れないでいるほどさ。
Is that?
北海最強を自負する軍団だ。
全体船に戻れ。
何今の感じ悪いな
助かったな、あれ。
That could have ended very ugly.
聞かれよ村の主、オールズ・スノーレソンに活性を頼むためこの地へ参った。我と思わん者はトールズ殿と共にヨムスボルグへ参られよ。
Don't do anything foolish.
いずれ戦場で会いましょう。
He literally saved their asses because I'm pretty sure the other, path would have been ugly.
He's the only one who doesn't want it.
Well, he knows what it means.
よっしゃ、連れて。
戦場に果てるは男の本体や
I mean, we cannot speak because this is another time, another culture, another type of
断れなかった
mentality.
のかね、トールズ。
Still, these guys know only peace.
Yeah. They're not gonna be ready for war.
人を殺すことで身を立てていた。でもある日、
Got enough
あ
of
る
it.
日急に嫌になったんだ。殺すのも殺されるのもだから逃げたんだ。戦場から死んだようにうまく見せかけたつもりだったんだがな。
だったらもう一度。
逃げればこの村が俺の代わりに報復される。脱走者を許さない。
It's a bullshit situation. Be careful what you decide to do when you're a kid or younger. It can come back and bite you in the ass. Like, he's not gonna put his family at risk. I hope he doesn't fucking smuggle himself on the ship or do something stupid. His dad would not allow him to do that, but...
レイフさん今日出港じゃなかったっけ
その軍船と船団を組むことにしたよ。
そうかいざって時は俺らが守
You've
ってやるから
never
よ
seen combat, for sure. He talked about maybe killing a guy, like, I don't know, it was an accident probably.
どいつも戦好きなことよ。
It's your culture. He wants to prove himself.
Look at him.
He's motivated, so...
やったトロフィンいってーなんだよ死ねよトロフィンルール守れよななんだこいつ
He's got an attitude. I think deep down he thinks that if he's strong enough and he can show how strong he is,
He can go with
he
his
gets to
dad.
go, but...
折れてるな。
Fuck.
遊びにしちゃやりすぎだ。
It's your son.
トロフィンがやったんだよ手加減しねえしもう絶対仲間に入れてやんね
本当か。
He wants to be like his dad, like a fierce
A
warrior. A war hero.
気にすんなよ。子供同士のことだ。
He breaks the arm of someone.
いい戦士になるぜあの子は。
やっぱりあんたの血だよ。
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want him to take after him.
He still broke a kid's arm.
これ一式くらんの親父。小さ者代からの家宝の武で。かっけえぞあれ。
I feel like they're about to die. All
Yeah,
of
me
them.
too.
To be fair, every Viking kind of has to go through this. Like the first battle, they all want to go fight. It's in their culture. It's in their stories.
Yeah, but a bunch of them are gonna die.
I think what saddens me is to hear them glorify this, not knowing what they're about to face.
何なのよ物置ひっくり返して僕には武器が必要なんだあんたさては戦士になって父上の船に乗せてもらっちゃおうとか考えてる無駄な努力よあんたみたいなちびっこ
And like, what could happen is that if the men leave to go fight, no one is going to be left in the village to protect.
So what's gonna happen if Halfdan comes back?
I don't know. Because, like, we could lose everything in one episode. Something happens at the village, we lose the people there. Something happens on the battlefield, we lose everyone else there. We've seen too many shows that end badly. Is that the one he uses in the opening?
Yeah.
He's got two.
But I mean, we saw him like just clinging it in the opening, yeah.
Goddamn.
剣が欲しいかトルフィン。剣は人を殺す道具だ。お前はこれで誰を殺すつもりなんだ。
敵
You don't even understand.
誰なん
Yeah.
だ。
ハーフダンとか
よく聞けトルフィン。お前に敵などいない。敵などいないんだ。傷つけて良いものなどどこにもいない。
おかしいよそんなの明日戦に行くんでしょ敵を殺しに行くんでしょ父上は嘘を言ってる僕にだってわかる
He's not there yet. He doesn't understand the meaning behind what he said. To be fair, it's true. Like, at the beginning of everything, we are not enemies. Like, we don't have enemies. We make our enemies.
Yeah.
He'll get there.
Eventually.
西
Eventually.
北西から微風。今朝はオーディン神の機嫌がいい。いい朝だな。
It's beautiful.
相変わらず貴様の弟子と品がないな。
キリスト教が好かねえだけですよ。さっさと仕事の話をしましょうよ。
奴の死体と引き換えでなければ払わんぞ。奴の船と罪にはお前たちの好きにしていい。
Well, I mean,
Our ship?
yes,
Fuck you.
our ship. They don't take well with deserters, it seems.
Yeah, but then why the fuck did you go and ask? Like, you could have tried to kill him yourself? Why all the pretense? Why all the... Oh, because you don't want people to come after you later? What is this? Fucking traitor? He comes to us, or maybe it's a personal grudge. Like, he's been asked to bring him back, so he did his job and people have seen it. So, but he's still like, he wants him dead, so he's manipulating
If
things in
someone
shadow.
else take care of him, he's not gonna be at fault.
Yeah,
Then.
I think this is what's going on. Like, he wanted to personally kill him, but he needs to do his job so he doesn't get punished. But it's still bullshit. So he was a villain. Floki.
I told ya.
So I have no enemies. I think I've heard this before. It's been around for a little while, Vinland Saga. So
A bit, yeah. I think 2016.
it's familiar. Like the saying is familiar, but it's a interesting way of seeing things, especially in a world where people betray each other and actually give you reason to get revenge. I think it takes a lot of wisdom and, you know, peace in your own heart to let go of those grudges whenever something happens, to just decide not to perpetuate the cycle of hatred, because everyone is always going to have an enemy as long as someone doesn't just step up and say, stop. I need to stop. Because at the beginning of it all, someone decided to do something, but you cannot just continuously try to find the culprit for everything that's happening. Yes, like the English in this episode sneak attacked the Vikings. It's treachery, it's bullshit, it's backstabbing, and they did it without giving them a fair chance to fight back, which obviously they don't want to lose, but it's still it sucks. And they were like, don't spare the women and children, which sucks even more. But if you're like the English, you can probably justify that by saying it used to be our land and then they invaded us.
They are the enemy that invaded us and now they're living among us.
Although if we're at the point in history where Danelaw is already a thing, like we discussed this in Vikings Valhalla, but the people that have been living in England, the Danes...
For almost a century.
Yeah, like those people, this is their home now. Their ancestors fought. Yes, those that showed up out of nowhere and decided to attack, they did not belong there, for sure. But what's done is done, and those that now live here have settled. Their entire life is here. They have they have children that only know England.
It's like...
It's so different now. You cannot use this as the reason to fight, you know?
It's like, if you compare this to our village, our characters' village, none of them has seen war. None of them has been in a fight. They all hear stories about their grandfather who did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing from the people who live in Danelaw. Like, none of them...
Oh, you don't know. The people in the village have been at peace, but those in Danelaw doesn't mean they never fought.
No, but I mean, those are not the one who went there and just decided to invade.
That's true, but I'm not comparing it to the people who've only seen peace. That's something else.
You cannot blame the fault of your on your forefathers on the descendants, you know?
No, for sure. So that's true, and it sucks. But again, like, if you want to put the blame on someone, in this particular instance, you would be saying the English are at fault. We need to avenge those that died. So I totally see the point of those who decide to fight back. But it takes someone beyond all the anger to say, at one point, we got to stop the fight. We got to stop the fight because it's never going to end. Like, they're going to show up there. They're going to kill some English people, some Saxons. And then those who lose family in this war will want revenge and they'll attack. Like, you'll only perpetuate the idea that the Vikings are fucking heathens that need to die. And this struggle is not new. It's been there for years and years and years. And there was even if the Vikings had showed up in England with no intention to slaughter anyone, just to farm, they still would have been met resistance because, like, religions were different and they don't like that. Kind of like we just saw, like, this group of Vikings, like, we hate Christians.
We're bored. We just don't like Christians.
Yeah, so by definition, they are different and people don't like differences, so they'll be fighting back. It's like, like, religion is such a touchy subject for these people. Like, it's for people today still, but it's like, oh, you don't think like me, so you're the enemy. Like, there are so many reasons to paint someone as your enemy, and Thorfinn is not at a point in his life where he gets to understand what it means to let go of that anger, that resentment. And some people never get there. Like, some people fucking, live their entire life with the idea of revenge. And I kind of, like, I'll say it again, like, for sure we're losing our family. Like, for sure there's going to be some trouble. You do not go from the happy little kid in the opening to the traumatized warrior we get to see.
The harsh warrior.
Yeah, you don't just do that naturally. Something is going to happen. And I'm like, I do wonder, and I kind of hope that if he has to fight, if he has to go through this, I hope he reaches that point in his life where, just like his dad, he can just decide to let go of his need for revenge, because he's never going to be happy as long as he's not capable of letting go of that. But we're not there yet. It's going to happen, but we're not there yet.
For now, it's not so much of a need of revenge. It's just the idea.
Depends on what happens.
Right now.
For who?
Thorfinn.
Yeah?
Right now, it's not a need of revenge. It's just the fact that everybody's thinking, oh, we need to fight the enemy. We need to fight the bad guys.
It's the stories.
It's the stories. So you just come, I want to be one of the guys going to fight the enemy.
Yeah, I'm saying that whenever he fights...
Who is it,
I'm saying whenever he gets to truly fight, I'm thinking maybe he'll turn into this... Because, like, people keep saying that this show really shows a character growth, like the best character growth they've seen in a while. And I'm thinking maybe this could be the character growth of him losing everything and then going on a path of revenge
and learning
potentially learning to let go.
Just let go of it.
That would be fucking great, by the way. Just saying.
It is really difficult to let go of that hate that you have inside, right?
But yeah, like his dad was right though. Like right now, like you said, he's seeing the enemy everywhere because it's the idea of fighting that he likes, not the necessity of fighting. Like when you have to protect someone, when you have a true reason to fight, there's that. But why search for a fight when you can have peace? So when he's saying, "Oh, I'll fight," a half done, it's like, why? When you can talk, when you can give him stuff, like why search for? I'm guessing, like for example, if the father had I'd done the discussion with the slave last episode differently. He could have like fought for his principles and be like, "No, we found him and stuff. He's ours." He could have refused. Like they've been at war, sort of. Like they've been fighting each other. Halfdan has been causing trouble for the village. He could have just, he could have chosen pride and be like, "I'm not giving you anything. Let's fight." Like yay! Like I enjoy
like
a good
finders
fight.
keepers, basically.
Kind of like, oh, like you've been causing trouble for so long. I'm just gonna show you who's stronger, and he'll start something. But he knows that if he starts something, it's the cycle that's gonna start again. He's gonna put the village at risk. He's gonna start a war that's probably not gonna end with just the death of Halfdan, because who's to say that people won't want to avenge him?
So instead, he decided to be a diplomat and just negotiate the price of the slave.
Yeah, and obviously, like, it's because he's been through this and he knows what's up with war. Like, as kids, of course, when you've never seen this, you'll be glorifying it. You've heard stories, so you imagine it's great, but...
You want to be one of the heroes that you heard about.
If you're good at it, good for you. Like, if you enjoy it, that's great. Keep doing it. But most of the time, like, you're not going to be a great warrior. Like, those stories exist, but it's on exceptions. Like, you're not necessarily going to be this great warrior. The probability is that you'll go there and you'll die right away. Like, those kids were like, "Oh, like, I'm getting all the family treasures." They're so happy to go there. Now we know they're going to get attacked. They're probably all going to die.
Yeah, because there's... I just love that saying, "Sweet summer child."
They are sweet summer children.
When you're so innocent that you know nothing yet of life yet. And it's true that if they got attacked by this Jomsvikings, that's the term, right? That they call them?
The Vikings.
The other ones.
Yeah, Floki asked, I don't remember his name, but he asked this guy with the people who were torturing the Christians. He asked him.
Yeah, he's trying to attack them, but those ones are true warrior. Like they've shed some blood already.
Yeah. But yes, the vibe I'm getting is that he wants revenge because Thors just fucking left, like he deserted. But and that's the lack of understanding for someone who would want to leave. Like it's, you betrayed us, you left us behind. Like they talked about him like he was crazy back in the day. So I guess he never let go of that need for revenge. Like he wasn't seeing the bigger picture. He wasn't, he let his feelings get hurt so much. Like we need to learn more about him, but now he's willing to perpetuate that cycle. Basically send a bunch of men at the bottom of the ocean because he's fucking hurt and he's pissed. And what is that gonna do? Well, that's gonna create a generation of kids that want revenge. You're gonna create your own enemy.
Do you think that while the ship is being attacked by the other Vikings, maybe Halfdan's gonna come and attack her village? Because all the men left.
I was saying in the episode as a joke that we could lose everything in one episode, but
come on.
I've been worried about Halfdan coming back because apparently he's been doing that.
Yeah, but that would be the perfect opportunity for him to do so.
It would suck though. It would really suck. But I guess we'll see in the next episode. Thorfinn is gonna have to learn the hard way.
We're gonna lose some people.
I know.
Next time.
I'm not ready. I think he's not ready either. It's gonna be sad, man. It's gonna be so sad. But it's gonna look gorgeous. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next 2 episodes right away, they are on Patreon already. You can check them out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't want to, the next one shall be on YouTube pretty soon.
Yes.
We're gonna see you then, guys.
Bye.
Bye.